So today we're talking about what is the church, what is church for, why does church matter, and the most important basic essential is that you want to understand that the church is God's idea. So Jesus instituted the church and said he would gift the Holy Spirit, which we'll talk about another time, to enable the church to do all the things that we're meant to be and do in the world. And so the church is not a building, and the church is not an event. It's not a gathering at a certain time on a Sunday. The church is the people of God telling the story of God in such a way that the world is being changed. And that's been happening for 2,000 years. Lots of things that currently exist in society, particularly in the West, have come from the church, and most of us are unaware of it. So things like our education system came from the church, our healthcare system came from the church, our social services system came from the church. These were people who gave their life for Jesus and asked the Holy Spirit to give them an imagination for how to not just tell good news, but be good news to the world. And then the Holy Spirit gave them these ideas and ways of shaping and benefiting the poor in particular, and we've seen global transformation as a result. So now we're so far removed from the church having that kind of imprint and imagination that some of us think the church is just an institution, or we don't know what the value is for the church. So the church for 2,000 years has primarily not existed for herself. We tend to call the church by a female pronoun, but we don't exist for ourselves. We don't live to have sort of an inner club. It's meant to be that some scholars would say we're a contrast society. We're showing what God had in mind for humanity. So diversity, making a wide welcome, radical practices of hospitality, justice seeking and care for the poor and the oppressed, amplifying the cry of the poor, and enabling people to become the image-bearing people that they were created to be. So everyone made in the image of God, and helping humanity flourish, helping all of creation flourish, is part of the mandate of what the church is to be about. So if you ever thought the church was just like a building or a organization or an event, let me just point back that all the way back to the New Testament, the church is the people of God that tell the story of God in such a way that the world is changed. We embody good news. That's what the church is meant to be.